Hey everyone, my name is Rob and welcome to Best Bonsai Guide. Today I want to share with you a very cheap and effective bonsai soil mix that I've been using for a couple of years now, and I've found it to work really well. The best part is you don't need to take out a small loan anytime you want to repot a bonsai. The mix is very simple and it satisfies everything that bonsai soil needs to be. It has good structure, it holds a decent amount of moisture, but most importantly, it is free draining, which helps to prevent your bonsai from becoming waterlogged. I remember one of the first bonsai I ever killed. It didn't die because I didn't water it enough or because it didn't get enough sunlight or fertilizer. One of the most common ways that bonsai die is because of something called root rot. This is where the soil acts like a sponge and it holds onto water for far too long. And after a while, the roots begin to rot, and very quickly, a healthy bonsai can turn into a dead stick. So how do we prevent this? The answer is to use a free draining bonsai soil mix that will allow water to pass through the pot and not allow your bonsai to be sitting in water. The soil mix ingredients are very simple. There's only 3 of them. The first one is black scoria, lava rock. The second one is perlite. And the third one is pine bark. Each of these are roughly around 3 to 6 millimeters. All these ingredients can be purchased online fairly cheaply, and once you've got a few bags on hand, you can repot quite a few trees without spending a fortune. Now, this bonsai mix isn't perfect, but it works really well and it is very cost effective. I repotted this Sarissa bonsai using this mix a couple of years ago, and it has done really well. And anyone who's been around bonsai for a while know just how difficult and temperamental Sarissa can be. Now, if you'd like to see a more in-depth guide on how I care for my Sarissa bonsai and get them flowering really well, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, back to the bonsai mix. So let's take a look at each of these individual ingredients. Okay, starting with black scoria. I buy black scoria online for around $20 a kilo, and it provides the main backbone for the whole bonsai mix. It gives the mix structure, excellent drainage, and good airflow around the roots. This is what helps stops the mix from compacting too much and staying soggy for too long. Second, we have perlite. Perlite is a naturally occurring material that is very lightweight and free draining. It's commonly used for propagating cuttings, and it's also great for mixing into potting mix to stop it from clumping together. And at around 10 Australian dollars for a big bag, it's a real bargain. Third and finally, we have 3 to 6 millimeter pine bark. This adds the organic component to the mix, and it's only around 24 Australian dollars for a 3 kilo bag, which is enough to last you quite a while. Pine bark fines are great because they help create a coarse, chunky structure to the soil, but they also hold some moisture without turning everything into mud. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What ratios should I use of each of these ingredients? Well, for most species where I live, in the tropics, I would use a simple mix of 50% black scoria, 25% perlite, and 25% pine bark. That's my general all-purpose bonsai mix, and it works really well for a lot of the species that I grow here in this tropical climate. Now, some species like Sarissa, for example, don't like to dry out completely between watering, so you may need to increase the amount of pine bark and decrease the other ingredients accordingly. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes that people encounter when trying to make their own bonsai soil mix. Mistake number 1 is using regular potting mix in a shallow bonsai pot. This is probably the biggest one. Potting mix is designed for general container growing, not necessarily for shallow bonsai pots where drainage and oxygen are more critical. In a deeper nursery pot, regular mix might be fine, but in a shallow bonsai pot, a dense organic mix can stay wet for too long, compact too easily, and create a bad environment for roots. That's when people start saying, "I think I'm overwatering." And maybe you are, but it's also possible that the mix itself is doing most of the damage. Now, mistake number 2 is not sifting or washing your ingredients. This matters a lot. If your scoria, bark or perlite is full of dust fines, those tiny particles can clog up your bonsai pot and reduce drainage. So even if you pick a good ingredient and you have the right ratios, if you dump them straight in without checking the particle size, you can end up with a pot that holds too much water. A simple solution is to use a sieve and sift your ingredients first. This part is not glamorous, but it matters. The tree doesn't care how inspirational your potting montage was, it cares whether its roots can breathe. And mistake number 3 is treating every species the same. A ficus is not an azalea, a bougainvillea is not a sarissa, and a thirsty young bonsai in a training pot is not the same as a mature bonsai in a shallow ceramic pot. So while this mix is a great general purpose bonsai mix, you still need to pay attention to the species you are working with and how quickly it dries out in your conditions. Okay, let's look at some aftercare. Once you have repotted your bonsai, what do you have to do to ensure its success? Once you repot your bonsai, you need to monitor it very closely on a daily basis and be ready to make any adjustments that you might think it needs. It's usually not a good idea to put your bonsai straight back into the full sun immediately. Instead, place it somewhere mostly shady and protected, and then after a day or 2, gradually reintroduce it to its original position. Also, pay close attention to how quickly the soil is drying out. Freshly potted bonsai can respond differently for the first week or 2, so it's important not to just water on autopilot, but check on a daily basis. The goal after repotting is to reduce stress, let the roots recover, and make sure the tree settles into its new mix properly. So overall, if you're looking for a bonsai mix that is cheap, simple, and works well in the tropical climate, this is the mix I would recommend. Start with 50% scoria, 25% perlite, and 25% pine bark. It's not fancy, and it's probably not the perfect mix for every species in every climate, but it's affordable, it drains well, and it's worked very well for me over the last couple of years. Now, if you've got your own bonsai soil mix that is working well for you, let me know in the comments section below. And if you'd like to see a video on how I repot specific species like sarissa, bougainvillea or ficus, let me know as well. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.